Hello and welcome along to another CrowdProperty.com funding opportunity. Today we're going up to North Shields and it's 21 to 23 Rudyerd Street, NE29 6RR. Now, CrowdProperty is a peer-to-peer lending platform designed to facilitate loans between private individuals and professional property businesses. CrowdProperty is authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority under permission number 723959. CrowdProperty is not covered by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. There are risks with any loans you make, and just like all peer-to-peer lending, your capital is at risk. CrowdProperty endeavours to protect all lenders. This is done by registering the legal first charge against the property project. This means that in the very unlikely event a borrower defaults on the loan, CrowdProperty will be able to take ownership of the project and manage it for the lenders. So let me introduce you to the borrower on this project. It's Marble Homes 83 Limited. Their company registration number is 11870216. They incorporated in March 2019, and there are 4 company directors. I'm delighted to say that I'm joined by one of them. Gavin Eade is with us on this webinar. Hi, Gavin. Start off by telling me a little bit about you and also about the other 3 directors.
Hi there, Andy. Basically, my name's Gavin. I've been in the building industry for around 15, 16 years. Started off selling insulation, building materials, working for a local merchant, and progressed through from there. I started investing with some house builders I know. Went on from strength to strength, really, throughout my short career at merchants. Lucky enough to do some good investments, which enabled me to start my own merchants, and I've progressed on from there. And then on the side of the selling, I've sort of continued to progress good working relationships with builders and investing in a lot of buy-to-let properties and a few sort of refurbishment properties, building up to where we are today.
Tell us a little bit more about your fellow directors.
Myself and Joe have been good friends for some time, and we've sort of got in it together. We've done a lot of investing in the short term together and pushed into this side of things. We're sort of both very proactive and out and about on the road a lot. His brother, Dave Atkinson, and his business partner in their other company, Jamie Livermore, they back us up with their expertise business-wise and let me and Joe sort of push forward in terms of getting out to find the projects and where we are today.
So let's then have a look at more detail on this project. It's a development loan of £210,000, and that goes towards the redevelopment of the property into 6 residential units. The loan is for a term of 12 months. It's paying lenders 7.8% per annum, and the total loan will be raised in a single phase raise for that £210,000. The interest will be fully retained, and lenders will receive monthly interest on this particular project. So Rudyerd Street is in North Shields. Tell us a little bit more about the town of North Shields.
So the town of North Shields, it's a river. It was just off the River Tyne in the northeast of England, just outside of Newcastle. It's quite a popular little town, which is about 8 miles from Newcastle. So its rail links into the city centre of Newcastle are very good. It's quite close to all motorways and obviously the Tyne. So there's quite an abundance of different types of work and industries within the area.
And this property is the mid-terrace 2-storey building. How did you find it?
Basically, the property we've got in question here is actually right round the corner from one of the agents we do a lot of work with. And over the last 5 years, as you said, we've sort of grown the portfolio quite well. So we've got a good working relationship with the agent. And all along, I've always been sort of looking around and speaking to them about commercial opportunities. There's actually another shop very similar to this project, about 500 yards down the road, that a builder was working on, and just happened to be out of passing when I was doing a regular visit to the area. Spoke to the agent and just asked if they knew the builder, and it pushed on from there. And we got in touch with a few shops in the area, and this one come up, and we've been working on it now for about a year, and sort of excited to push on with the development.
Well, we'll see more about this development in just a few moments. The property, it's traditional brick construction. It's got single glazed windows with timber casements. and it's beneath a pitched and tiled roof. Planning permission was granted by North Tyneside Council, and their planning reference is 20/00077/FUL. That was granted back in March 2020, where permission was granted for the change of use of the existing building to become 4 one-bed flats and 2 two-bed flats, providing 6 units in total. The development will be about 3,960 square feet, with units ranging from 483 square feet up to 840 square feet. The borrowers, well, they're putting the property with their own funds, and they've already got a contractor ready to start the work. And this loan is to fund the cost of those works. The project will be first charge secure to protect people lending on this project. And the exit strategy is to retain the building and then rent out the flats with a refinance onto a standard buy-to-let mortgage once the works have been completed. Here's the location plans. You can see on the left where the CrowdProperty flag is there pointing towards this property in North Shields. You can see where that is in relation to Newcastle upon Tyne and Gateshead, and indeed Sunderland. On the right-hand side, you can see the site plan there showed as a street view. Let's come and do a little bit more detail. So, property located on Rudyerd Street. It's on the edge of the town centre, which has a mix of national and independent retailers. There's been a major regeneration of the Fish Quay, which is on the riverside to the southeast of the town centre, and that includes the construction of luxury apartments and the creation of restaurants and bars along that working quayside. There's several schools nearby, and the property is also close to metro stations with links into Newcastle and onto the airport as well. Historically, it's part of Northumberland, and its name derives from Middle English, which means temporary sheds or huts used by fishermen, which is quite an interesting take, isn't it? Let's look at some photos then. I've got a series of 6 photos here. Just talk us through what we're looking at here, Gavin.
So the photo on the left there is obviously what the exterior of the property looks like now, as you can see. So it's a very run-down property, in need of some much-needed love and attention there. And the inside shows you that the sort of picture on the right, sorry, shows you the sort of scope and the space inside, which allows us to, project and move the flats into this area, ranging from sort of 1-beds and 2-bed flats, based on obviously the plans we've put through. Predominantly downstairs is quite a large open space with glass at the front that will be it gives us the freedom to sort of fit the flats in correctly.
So here's the floor plans then. These are the proposed works you're wanting to do. On the left, we've got the ground floor. On the right-hand side, it's the first floor. It's maybe a little bit difficult to read that on our screen. So just talk us through, Gavin, what you're doing at each level.
So on the ground floor, you've got sort of 3 flats on the ground floor with the to the rear of the property. You've got the stairs leading to the 4 flats on the top floor with the bin and store areas out the back. To the rear of the property, there is a back sort of alleyway, stroke road, if you like, obviously where they've got access into the back there. For there's a small bike shed going into the back. A lot of people in the area sort of tend to commute in that sort of way. Then moving on to the top floor, we have sort of 2 two-bed flats and then 2 more single flats on the top floor to fill the space.
And who do you think your target tenants will be for this particular property, and how much rent will they be paying?
The targeted tenants in the area, because of the regeneration to the quayside and its commutable access, is the sort of young working professionals, or a single or relatively sort of young couple, first-time buyer, if you're looking to get onto the market.
And what kind of rent will they be paying, Gavin?
The rents on the property will be ranging from £450 up to £600 a month.
Is there any parking with the units?
There's plenty of parking out on the space. Units don't actually come with parking. There's a lot of off-road parking on the same street.
Exciting project. How long do you think it'll take you to see it through?
Yes, very excited about the project, and we are hoping to get the project underway and done inside of 5 months. I'm quite an optimistic person, but we'll say 6 to be safe.
And then that then gives you time then to arrange the financing to pay back the crowd within the 12-month loan term. It's not the first project you've done, though. You have done other things as well. This is Wardle Drive. What happened here?
when Marble Homes incorporated last year, while we was looking for this commercial unit to move on, which is the main strategy for Marble Homes, we sort of looking at some other projects and bits and pieces that we've been doing ourselves. And Marble Home, Wardle Drive, apologies, is a sort of classic there. It's a three-bed terrace house in good proximity to local schools, and again, road and rail links for commuters. We've purchased the property, a total refurbishment of the property, new wiring, kitchen, bathroom, redecor throughout, upgrade of some doors and windows, and that's the project we've done there.
I'm guessing those photos there are the before and after kitchen.
Yeah, that's the before and the after of the kitchen. It was not in the best of conditions when we got hold of it, but yeah, I quite like the finish on this one. I might copy it myself.
And you've been involved in some other projects as well, Eastview, and you've got some more current projects on the go. Just talk us through these. Yeah,
Eastview was a small two-bed terrace property. This actually wasn't as extensive as Wardle Drive, little two-bed property. It was quite run down and sort of been vacant for a while, picked up again through sort of being in the area and speaking to a few agents and seeing where we can go from there. We got in there, we've got a few different builders we use in the area now, so we managed to get this one done relatively quickly, inside 6 weeks, and it was very easy to rent out. This one went within a couple of weeks. I don't even think it was the first viewing. I think they took it straight away.
Let's then return to this one then in Rudyerd Street. So this is a single phase raise of £210,000. The interest is going to be fully retained, and that is going to be paying lenders on this project 7.8% per annum interest, but the interest will be paid monthly. The RICS have verified the current market value to be £130,000, and the initial gross day one drawdown will be £50,000 with that interest retained. Therefore, the initial loan to value is 38.5%. The loan to value at the exit, including and excluding the interest, because it's paid monthly, is 51.4%. And the maximum loan term is 12 months. This loan is targeted to start on the 3rd of July 2020, but only after the legal process has been completed. Remember that the exit strategy is to refinance onto a longer term loan, and lenders are going to be receiving 7.8% per annum interest. It will be secured with the first charge security against the property at Land Registry to protect the interest of people lending on this project. So thanks for explaining everything to us, Gavin. The next steps are to understand the loan and make sure that you carry out your own due diligence on this project and on the development team, and then decide how much you would like to lend. CrowdProperty.com is the place to be to pledge on launch, and then the necessary anti-money laundering checks will be carried out, and then you'll be invited to send your funds to your own online e-wallet when it's called for, and you can start earning that interest monthly on completion of the loan agreement. So thank you for watching this webinar. This is for a 12-month development loan of £210,000, and this is on 21 to 23 Rudyerd Street in North Shields, NE29 6RR. Thank you for watching this webinar. We look forward to you joining us again soon here at CrowdProperty.com.